In our next historical story, we continue with themes of blood libel accusations, systematic violence, and the deadly cycle of persecution that would make the most twisted legal thriller seem straightforward by comparison. We're diving into the tragic tale of Schaffhausen in 1401, where a child's murder became the pretext for destroying an entire Jewish community, one that had already survived a massacre 52 years earlier. Schaffhausen sits along the Rhine River in what is now Switzerland, a prosperous trading town where merchants deal across languages and faiths. The sound of the Rhine Falls mingles with the voices of traders speaking German, French, and Hebrew. It should be a place of coexistence, but medieval Europe has other ideas about religious diversity.
The Jews of Schaffhausen know persecution well. On February 22, 1349, during the Black Death hysteria, their ancestors were rounded up and burned alive after being accused of poisoning wells to spread the plague. Their homes were seized by the city and Austrian dukes. All debts owed to Jewish moneylenders were declared void. Yet communities rebuild. 20 years later, Jews returned, reopening businesses, rebuilding homes, hoping that the madness of 1349 had been an aberration, not a precedent.
By 1401, a new generation of Jews has grown up, many born after the massacre, perhaps believing they'd escaped their parents' fear. They live under restrictions, pay special taxes, and work in finance and trade, essential roles Christian law forbids others to perform. It's a fragile coexistence. Jews provide capital, Christians borrow, and local authorities collect taxes. Everyone benefits until tolerance runs out. In medieval Europe, all it takes is one accusation to turn neighbors into killers. Easter 1401 arrives, a time of Christian fervor, when sermons about the crucifixion often reignite anti-Jewish sentiment. In nearby Diesenhofen, 4-year-old Konrad Lorre, the son of a city councilman, disappears. His body is found brutally mutilated. Injuries so severe, chroniclers hesitate to describe them. Authorities arrest a Christian man trying to flee the area. Normally, that would end the case. But facing execution, he makes a desperate claim that will doom an entire community. "The Jews made me do it." He claims a Jewish man paid him 3 guilders for the boy's blood, the classic blood libel accusation that Jews murder Christian children for ritual use. This lie, recycled for centuries, spreads faster than any messenger could carry it. Rumors grow with every retelling. What begins as one man's excuse becomes accepted truth across towns. The Jews of Schaffhausen hear these whispers and know what's coming. They remember 1349. Some try to flee. 3 are caught near Feuerthelen on the way to Stein am Rhein. Their attempt to escape is used as proof of guilt. Why would innocent people run? Authorities arrest a Jew named Hurt or Hertz, accused from Diesenhofen. His capture marks the start of a so-called investigation, really an inquisition designed to produce confessions. Under torture, Hurt admits to anything his interrogators suggest. He confesses to a conspiracy of Jews across the Lake Constance region, claiming 2 Jews from Constance offered him 80 guilders, about 32,000 modern dollars, for Christian blood. That's all the authorities need. The confession justifies expanding arrests. The logic is circular but effective. Accusations justify interrogations. Interrogations create confessions. Confessions confirm the accusations. Soon, more Jews are arrested, tortured, and forced to confess.
The stories grow more grotesque. Jews supposedly drink Christian blood or brew potions to poison cattle and wells. Women and children are imprisoned too. Medieval justice recognizes no age or innocence once Jews are accused of conspiring against Christendom. Chroniclers record the cruelty of these tortures cautiously, knowing church officials might object to excessive violence, publicly at least. But the process continues. Each confession names new conspirators, ensuring the investigation feeds itself.
Meanwhile, economic motives emerge clearly. Jewish homes and gold are confiscated, debts canceled, and Christian creditors suddenly freed from repayment. Businesses once Jewish become available to Christian buyers at bargain prices. The city ledger even itemizes the profits. 226 pounds of Jewish gold, alongside expenses like the cost of straw for the pyres. This was not random mob violence. It was administrative persecution. Religious hatred turned into bureaucratic efficiency. By June, 30 Jews have been arrested and tortured into confessions. Their execution is set for June 25, 1401. The city prepares the spectacle carefully, ensuring a large public audience. The burning of 30 Jews becomes Schaffhausen's greatest civic event.
As flames rise, Christian spectators pray, convinced they witness divine justice. From within the flames, voices cry out, "We're innocent! We didn't do it!" Their pleas lost beneath the roar of the fire. The Jews, condemned but defiant, recite prayers of their own, words of faith spoken in the face of death. Their ashes are gathered and buried in a pit, their homes redistributed to Christian neighbors.
In Diessenhofen, the murdered child Konrad Lorre is now canonized in local folklore as a holy martyr. Reports of miracles at his grave draw pilgrims and reinforce the lie that destroyed innocent lives. He says, "The Jews made me do it." His actual killer's desperate lie becomes the foundation for myth, Christian innocence versus imagined Jewish evil.
The aftermath exposes the system behind the slaughter, religion, law, and greed working together. The persecution isn't spontaneous, it's organized extermination for profit.
Yet history cycles forward. About 20 years later, Jews are permitted to return to Schaffhausen, rebuilding yet again on the ashes of their predecessors. New restrictions appear. Jews must wear red caps to mark them visibly in Christian society, a supposed protection that doubles as humiliation. But there's also a change, a practical one. City officials decree that when a Jew dies, his property can't be automatically seized. It must pass to his legal heirs. This policy acknowledges, at least quietly, that economic gain fuels persecution and that curbing profit motives might prevent future massacres. It's a small moral step in an age ruled by fear and greed. Yet it shows some leaders understood that protecting Jewish property could mean protecting Jewish lives. Still, the underlying reality doesn't change. Jewish existence in medieval Europe remains conditional, tolerated only so long as it serves Christian interests. The Schaffhausen Massacre of 1401 reveals how fragile coexistence was, how a single accusation could unravel centuries of life. A child's murder, a desperate scapegoat, and an efficient bureaucracy combined to erase an entire community. Today, a memorial plaque in modern Schaffhausen, replaced in 2018, acknowledges what happened, that the victims were innocent, the accusations false, and the persecution real. It stands as both warning and remembrance. It tells us persecution can happen anywhere when ordinary people surrender their humanity to fear, greed, and myth. And it reminds us that even after centuries of destruction, Jewish communities continued to rebuild again and again, proving that resilience, not hatred, endures.